Hey Brick fans, this is Dave from Brick 101, and today I'm reviewing this Five Nights at Freddy's sister location set, Private Room by McFarlane Toys. This set is number 12826, contains 162 pieces, will retail for about $21 in the United States. This set will be a GameStop exclusive and should be available sometime in November. There's a link in the description where you can see more information about this set. Many thanks to McFarlane Toys for sending me this set for free to review. So it was a bit of a surprise when McFarlane reached out to tell me this set would be available for review. I thought all of Wave 4 was going to come out in spring 2018, so probably around March, but it seems like this set at least is available earlier, going to be around in November, but there's still a whole bunch of other sets that are coming in Wave 4 that we have no more information on when they're coming out. But just a reminder, here's a look at them on the back of the box that this set came in. So we've got two other sister location sets, some FNAF 2, FNAF 4, and FNAF 3 sets coming as well. And you can check out my full reveal video where I looked through those pictures as well. Okay, let's take a look at the figures. First up, we have Yenndo. So Yenndo is from the custom night of sister location, shows up in the office sometimes. Looks kind of just like the endoskeleton of Funtime Freddy. Some theorize that Yenndo is connected to Golden Freddy and that Yenndo stands for Yellow Endo. Lots of great detail. Look at all the texture on the head, the arms. They really got all those little details, and that is all molded detail on the head. So really incredible the amount of detail put into the head. New arm mold as well as a new mold for the bib to get those tiny little details on there. Really, really phenomenal work from McFarlane Toys on getting all the details into this figure. The hands, I believe, are a reuse of a mold. We've seen that kind of Yenndo hand before on Phantom Foxy, for instance. So that's a reuse. The top of the leg piece is a reuse, just with some additional printing for the wires. I think we can forgive McFarlane for just printing that detail on as opposed to molding it like everywhere else on the body. And then a new bottom leg piece. Interesting that they chose a two-toe approach. It's hard to really see Yenddo's feet in any of the screenshots from the game I could find, but you would assume that Yenndo would have 3 toes like the other Funtime animatronics. But overall, a really nice figure. I would have just done this in front of the black background, but it's much harder to see since it's basically very dark on its own, so that's why I put it in front of the set like so it showed up a little better. And here's a look at all of the Freddys that have been released so far, with Yenndo joining in on the side over there. So many Freddys, 9 different variations that we've got so far, and yet another one coming in another Wave 4 set with Withered Freddy.
It's okay, Yenndo. We don't have microphones either. We'll just sit over here in the Freddy's Without Microphone support group, and the 3 of us can be friends. Oh wait, you don't have a hat. Get out of here, hatless freak. Nobody wants to be my friend.
Now let's take a look at Lolbit. So Lolbit is interesting because in Sister Location, Lolbit only shows up as a head, but in the non-canon Five Nights at Freddy's world, there is a full body for Lolbit, which is what probably led to them putting the hook on the left hand and giving Lolbit a tail. Also makes sense since Lolbit seems to be related to Funtime Foxy, who has a tail, that Lolbit would have a tail as well, but, you know, tail theorists, feel free to spin out your theories in the comments. Interesting note, when packaged in the set, the tail was not attached, so we had to attach that separately. And then when you put it where it's supposed to be in the set, the tail doesn't fit. So what does that mean about the tail? Is it there? Is it not? Tails. Aside from the tail, some great detail on this, as usual. Great color scheme with the orange and magenta highlights. This is mostly a recolor of Funtime Foxy. You can see the molds look the same, just different places are different colors. One note, while like a lot of the gray follows through in the same places, they didn't do the painted fingernails and toenails like Funtime Foxy has. So that's one thing they did not do. The hook seems to be a little bit different than the hook that previous Foxies have had. In addition to being on a different hand, the hook looks a little bit less sharp. So it's possible they've adjusted the hook mold. Definitely looks slightly different on the end there, at least to me, but more or less the same. So yeah, that's Lolbit. Here's a look at Lolbit next to all the Foxies, excluding Mangles, if you consider those Foxies. You can see Lolbit is the only left-hooked Foxy, I guess left hook-handed, and as I mentioned, Funtime Foxy and Lolbit are the only ones with tails. Sorry, Phantom Foxy, you fell over.
Hey, Lolbit, welcome to the Foxies with Hooks Club. Yeah, we got hooks, we're awesome. You don't talk much, do you? Well, that's all right, you don't need to. It'll just further fuel speculation about your gender. Yeah. That's okay, Funtime Foxy, we don't need to have hooks to have fun, right? I mean, I might have had a hook at some point. Whap.
And here's a look at all 5 of the Sister Location animatronics that have been released so far. Funtime Freddy, Funtime Foxy, Circus Baby, Lolbit, and now Yenndo. So that's 5, and there's a few more coming in the rest of Wave 4. Ballora, Biddy Bab, Funtime Foxy with open faceplates, and Ennard. This set also contains a plush Fredbear, first time that's showed up in one of the sets, and Fredbear is clutching the little like PA system control speaker, I think. Or is that like a little telephone? It's a thing. It's clutching it. It looks cute. And here's all 5 plushes that have been released so far, all sitting together being friends. Yay, plushes! And now let's take a look at the actual set of the private room. Not a lot of building going on here. Again, it's mostly a rectangular box with a desk in it, and then some detailing for the pipes and whatnot. But lots of printed and sticker pieces here to get a lot of that authentic detail. You've got the kind of grid lines on the wall. You've got a Circus Baby poster there. These monitors have different views on them. Stickers up here to represent the electrical panels and things like that. So yeah, just as usual with McFarlane, they focus on lots of those kind of true to game, true to life details. We get another fan, looks like a pill bottle and a notepad there. So some nice details on that. On the back, they also have some piping that continues on to the back, which is a nice bonus that you don't necessarily see when you're buying the set because it's hidden on the back, but you do get all this pipe work on it as well. There's a few different spots where you can connect the characters. The instruction manual tells us to put Yenndo there and Lolbit here, except then the tail kind of makes it not fit very well. But there's also these other 2 spots. I think this is the first time where there's been multiple attachment points. Usually there's exactly as many attachment points as there are characters, but works. It's also nice that we get some door frames here, so it lends to the feeling that this is a complete room and there's stuff off to either side. And here's a look at the private room with the other 3 sister location sets that have been released so far. We've got Circus Control, Stage Left and Stage Right, and now Private Room. And again, we've got 2 more sister location sets on the way in Wave 4, including Control Module and Scooping Room. Overall, I think this is a nice set, really great for sister location fans to get the Private Room, which is an important location for Custom Night and also one of the endings. Also getting Yenndo and Lolbit, 2 odd animatronics since they're only really in Custom Night, but cool looking ones nonetheless. So nice little set from McFarlane Toys, kind of what you expect, just kind of basic walls and stuff, but definitely great detail on the figures and nice to add to your Five Nights at Freddy's McFarlane Toys construction set collection.
Yes, Lolbit. Thank you for coming to my office. Yes, as your doctor, I have diagnosed you with a severe case of why do you have a body all of a sudden? Here's my prescription on this pad of paper over here, and also some pills for you to take. Let me just push that for you. Yep, okay. Putting my leg back on. Delightful doctor interaction. Why? Why, thank you, doctor. I will take these pills right away. Yum, nom, 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 nom. I feel funny. Blurp. Oh, now I feel like myself again. Whee!
Thanks for watching this video. Be sure to like this video, subscribe to Brick 101, and check out all my other Five Nights at Freddy's videos.